Hello, welcome back to the Beyond the Wormhole series in Kerbal Space Program. Today we're going to be doing another SSTO kind of project. But yeah, this guy is a SSTO base builder idea. So I've got 3 different launches, and today we're going to the South Pole ice sheet on Kerbin. And we're just using this SSTO to deliver like a fully stocked base. We're going to have like 3 habitation modules, a refueling rig, a communications dish, and a flight control tower and a rover. Yeah, and we're going to be delivering all of these modules using one of these SSTOs that I've built. I'm just testing them out in this mission because I'm eventually going to try to use them to set up a surface base on Seleuco, which is a habitable eyeball planet that's tidally locked to the star Sunorc in the Kcalbeloh system. But today we're just going to be hanging out on Kerbin, and you can see here that I'm just about lined up to hit the southern ice sheet, or the South Pole, with my suborbital trajectory here. But yeah, this plane actually is really cool. It handles really well, and I've never really done like a heavy cargo plane before, so I'm happy with how it turned out. Cool, so we're just starting our re-entry here. Oh, there it is. We can see it in the distance. Yeah, so we're going to be trying to find a spot near the water to set up our base so that we can, drive over if we want, just to dip our toes in the water. But here I just deployed my air brakes. We're going to be slowing down here, and we're going to turn a little bit and try to get a nice spot picked out. And somehow my ladders got extended. I think I accidentally binded them to like a weird hotkey, but Alright, cool. Now we're just coming in to land. This guy's pretty easy to land, actually. Deployed some parachutes to slow us down even further. I think we're going to taxi over to a different spot, actually, just to be a little bit closer to the water. Alright, I think this looks like a good spot, so we're just going to open the ramp to my SSTO ship kind of thing. I don't even take it into orbit in this mission, so I don't know why I'm calling it an SSTO, but it can. And so this is our first module type. This is the HAB module. It's got a little porch, which is cool. This guy is our communications radar dish kind of thing. It's got, it's kind of wobbly actually, I should probably fix that. But it has a giant extending radio communication dish tower thing. Yeah, I just gotta get it where I want it, and then I'll go ahead and raise that communications tower. Just extend this piston thing here, and then, oh, yeah, I should probably slow down the traverse rate, but there it is. There's the radio tower all set up, and we just extend those antennas, lock the hinge. Alright, and then this guy here is he's like a refueling little rig module thingy. I'm gonna get one of my Kerbals inside. Yeah, but this will be used to refuel our planes to head back to the KSC, the Kerbal Space Center. And it's just going to be mining the ice and turning that into liquid fuel for our engines. It's got another piston and a hinge thing, and then one of the grabber juniors on the end there, so that we can dock with this, like our landed plane here. And then we have to just extend our drills here, and then activate our radiators, and then we can start mining ore. Start the surface harvester and start synthesizing liquid fuel. Yeah, pretty cool. I'm just going to warp ahead, I think. Cut away to where we're all fueled up and ready to go. Just disconnected here. Going to be backing away. Got to raise that drill though first. Yeah. And then we're going to head back to the KSC and pick up the next shipment of base materials. So I'm just going to fire up those engines. I'm going to let it spool up first with the brakes on because these engines don't spool up. I'm a little bit afraid of falling off this ice sheet here. But yeah, it's kind of cool ice sheet. It's got super jagged edges. I wonder how that happened. Yeah. And so the KSC is just a little bit over from due north. And yeah, with the video footage sped up, it'll only take us a few minutes to get back. There's a nice little shot. Yeah, it's pretty cool down here at the South Pole. No pun intended, I guess. We're going to fire our closed cycle mode on the engines there. Boost our apoapsis, our suborbital trajectory, so that we'll come down right on top of the Kerbal Space Center. And yeah, then once we get close, we'll set ourselves up for a landing. Starting to re-enter the atmosphere. Getting a little bit hot. There's the little Kerbal Space Center peninsula off to the right there. We're entering a little bit of a flat spin, but we were able to pull out of it Top Gun style, so everything's good. And so I've actually kind of figured out this trick on lining myself up with the KSC. So you have to activate your navigation so you can see that green little flag there on the nav ball, and you head in a radial direction relative to the KSC, and then once that green flag lines up with the 90-degree marker, you can turn to line up with it, and then you should be kind of lined up to land on the runway. That's just a little trick that I've been using to try and line up before maybe the runway is in sight. And so a little bit less than a textbook landing, but any landing is a good landing. I guess I should say any landing you can survive is a good landing. But here we're just packing up our second load of supplies, or our second load of modules in this refueled and restocked space plane. We've got, I think, 2 more habitation modules in this one. So we're just starting to pick up speed, heading south down to the South Pole once again. We're going to fire our closed cycle engines just for a second to boost our suborbital trajectory, just to pass over the base down at the south ice sheet. We should just be able to coast over there in just a few more minutes. So we're re-entering a little bit hot. I actually encounter a little bit of a accident. The nose cone on my ship blew up from the re-entry heat, and that's where I have all my batteries stored, in that little fairing nose cone there. So our electricity supply is going to be limited on this run. So I'll end up having to open up one of my solar panels mid-flight just to keep from dropping out of the sky due to loss of electricity. And so I've just set my base as a target, and I'm lining up on the nav ball, and we'll just get a little bit closer, just a few more kilometers, and then we'll come in for a landing, and we'll set up the second set of modules. And there it is, we can see it. And we've arrived with our second batch of modules for our South Ice Sheet Antarctic, I don't know, South Pole Base, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. I'm just going to open up the cargo bay here and detach these and roll these guys out. Yep, there's the first one. And so yeah, this shipment is just 2 more of those habitation modules. They're pretty cool. They have like a little porch on them that I'll show you guys a little bit later. But yeah, just trying to line it up, get it in a good spot for the base. Here we've got our second one ready to go. Just gonna drive down the ramp there. Cool, we've got them kind of lined up in a triangle shape so that everyone on the porches can, I don't know, hang out, talk to each other. Just raising those communication dishes there, turning on the lights. It's a pretty cool shot. Yeah, so just like before, we're going to use this refueling module to mine some ore and refine that into liquid fuel and a little bit more oxidizer so that we can fly back to the KSC and get our third and final shipment of base modules for this Antarctic South Pole base. I don't know if you can call it Antarctic though, now that I think about it, because Antarctica is a continent on Earth, but on Kerbin, you probably wouldn't call it that. So, yep, but we've just warped ahead to where we've refueled our space planes. We're just going to retract those drills once again and disconnect. And it looks like in the warp, my back wheels have broken. And I meant to take some replacement tires in some of my cargo bays here, but it can still roll. So I'm just backing it away slowly to get it out of the way. We're going to have to recharge our batteries here, those solar panels, because we accidentally blew up our reserve batteries on re-entry. But I'm going to do the same thing again where I'm going to throttle up on brakes so that those engines can spool up, and then I'll release them and then shoot off this ice shelf here and then start heading back to the KSC once again. So we're about to fire our closed cycle mode engines. So we can boost our orbit over to the KSC. It looks like my ladders have accidentally deployed again. I should figure out what hotkey they're tied to. But I just opened some solar panels. We're trying to refuel our batteries, or else we run out on this run. Yeah, we're probably about halfway there. But we're starting to re-enter here, so those solar panels are actually going to get blown off. But it's okay because we won't be able to recharge anymore on this mission because we'll be traveling too fast. But, oh, there they go. But you can start to see the mountains there in the distance that the KSC is just west of. No, that's east. The mountains are just west of the KSC. So I've activated the KSC so that it shows up on my nav ball again. It looks like we're going to overshoot it a little bit. I need to slow down a little bit more. I'm just turning on those air brakes. We're just turning towards the KSC and trying to line up with the runway here. Just lowering the landing gear, coming in a bit hot and out of control. And we missed the runway and we're about to hit this tower, but we just barely missed it, and so another happy landing. Okay, so this is the third and final flight. This plane's going to be carrying the flight control tower, and as well as like a pressurized rover for the for the ice. So we're just starting to speed up here. We're going to take off for the last time in this mission, head south, meet back up at the base, and finish the mission. Okay, we're just about ready to fire that closed cycle mode, and we can coast over on a suborbital trajectory. And this time I'm going to be playing it a little bit more safe, so we're going to be kind of like nosing up for like a more gentle angle of attack as we re-enter here, so that I don't blow up my nose cone again and my batteries that I have inside like I did last trip. So we're starting to re-enter here, and you can see the little base there set as my target, or maybe I haven't done that yet, but you can see it show up. Do a little spin, do a barrel roll. Yeah, and so we're just starting to turn around, get lined up. I'm gonna switch those engines back to air breathing. And there we have it. I've set my base as the target, so it should show up on my nav ball. And we're just a few kilometers out, and we just have to taxi our way over there once we land and can unload our stuff. Alright, we gotta deploy the landing gear. And there we have touchdown. Just gotta drive over there just a little bit further. Alright, we've arrived. Now what that's left to do is raise those solar panels and unload this final shipment of base modules. And so this one here is the flight control tower. First thing I have to do is just unlock this hinge so that it can fit out. But yeah, this guy's gonna fold up, and yeah, it was actually kind of cool to be able to fit this tower module into one of these planes. Like a fun little constraint for building. That's always kind of fun. Alright, this looks like a good spot. So just gotta unlock that hinge and raise it up. I think I accidentally auto-strutted this part, so I just figuring out that I need to un-auto strut it first. There we go. So you raise it up, and then we gotta set up the landing gear. We can eject the the wheels for the front module part, the tower. And then here's our rover. This is actually also one of my favorite rovers I've ever designed. It just works really well, and it has some cargo space, and it's easy to drive. I just like how it turned out. But yeah, here's my base, guys. This is all the modules delivered. I'm just going to do a little time lapse here just to show what the days will look like here on the base. It's pretty cool. I'm going to keep working on this series of planes to try and figure out a future mission to Saluko. I was talking about that earlier. But yeah, that one's going to be really cool, because that one is kind of like Lathe, except it's a planet that orbits the black hole. Well, it doesn't actually orbit the black hole Kcalbeloh, but it orbits the star Sunork, which is one of the 3 stars in the Kcalbeloh Planet Pack that orbits the namesake black hole of the system. And yeah, it's going to be really cool. So here I'll show you the little porch thing that I've got on these habitation modules. It's pretty cool. You can just hang out and chill, especially since we still have a breathable atmosphere here at the South Pole. Yeah. But we're actually going to go for a ride real quick. We're going to drive over to the cliff wall of the ice sheet, because that was actually pretty cool. I want to check that out. But first I got to plant a flag. We're going to hop on the rover here and drive over. I guess these ladders are a little bit finicky sometimes. So I'm just going to have to parkour up. Oh. I just got to parkour up this rover real quick. And then we'll start driving over. Here we are. It's pretty cool. Planting a flag real quick. I want to head over to this edge. That looks like I was super tempted to jump off this, but then I'd have to quick save, and I didn't want my rover to freak out if I quick saved. But maybe on a later date we'll go cliff diving off of this thing. I kind of felt like I wanted to send the whole rover off the cliff too, but we worked so hard to get it all the way out here that would be I don't know. But we're back to base now, and yeah, this looks like we're just about done with this mission, guys. So I've got a few more missions in the works. Probably be letting you guys know about them, and you guys can tell me which ones you'd like to see first, and then I can modify the schedule that way. That would be cool. Here, let me just close the cargo bay on this plane here, and then get our other Kerbal out to sit on the porch. Very cool. They're mad chillin'. Yeah, but that looks like that's mission complete for today. We've got our base all set up with our SSTO delivery system. Pretty cool. I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I'm looking forward to using it to colonize some planets in the Kcalbeloh system. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Maybe make sure to like and subscribe if you guys liked it. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers. It's a little goal I got going on. But yeah, anyways, see ya.